what's that song they come out to right now? Something takes a part of me. Isn't that the song they come out to right now? Da-na-na-na. And then now they're gonna do that. Pardon me, while I burst into flame. Pardon, but the whole song they're gonna have to do an edit. It's just pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. I love it. I made a video yesterday about the UFC event that's gonna be at the White House. And there was a comment that was left by someone with the username B Low. BEELOW, I believe. B Low 84. And I wanted to give them a shout out right now. They left a comment that made a reference to Dana White building this White House Apex. And he used the term, as we do on the channel, you know, Dana White privilege, Dana White power, Dana White lies, Dana White knight in shining armor, Dana, you know, whatever. There's others. And he referred to it as the Dana White House. And when I saw that, I was very disappointed with myself. And it was frustrating how I could have missed something like that. And I don't know if that means a lot to you watching. But to me, it felt like a huge miss. Something that might just slip through the cracks of my beanie as I was recording the video. And it was embarrassing. And I realized that the way that I'm framing it right now is probably not landing as well as it did when I read that comment, or as it could have if I would have originally conceived, believed, and achieved, and had naturally fit that into my initial video. But it landed so hard with me that I just had to make sure it was shared with the world. The Dana White House. And there's been things that I've been reading and hearing about this event that I think are very interesting. It wasn't enough, and it makes sense. It wasn't enough for Donald Trump to announce. I mean, you think it could be. Donald Trump simply announcing a UFC event at the White House. And not only that, it's not just a UFC event. It's not like they're just sliding in some mats and it's outdoors or there's a tent. Or he said Dana White is going to build this place. It's going to be like the White House, the Dana White House Apex. At the White House. Big deal. So it's not enough that there's an event. It's not enough that there's this infrastructure. They're making an actual building. The third thing he actually said is going to be a championship fight. That part was interesting. And I already made a video about this. I already said that I indeed was very right. And you don't have to apologize. And maybe you're waiting till the event actually takes place next year. But I just want you to know that's not why I do this. It's not about that. It's okay. I forgive you. But I clearly was correct about Jon Jones not retiring. He was just on that vacation. And now it's perfect that on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence signing, he wanted to make sure, because, you know, this was all, again, I don't need to get into the whole thing. I don't want to make a second video about the same video, but it made perfect sense. All this stuff behind the curtains of Dana White, Donald Trump, Jon Jones talking and making sure that that championship bout somehow became under British rule so that it would make sense when the American comes and proclaims that back on the 200th. It's the ultimate highest form of LARPing. I've already said that. That basically summarizes my last video. But I thought it was interesting that in order for this to, like, part of this being able to happen was probably some behind the scenes stuff. They needed a favor from Donald Trump. So he says, all right, you give me a favor, you do this then. And Donald Trump agrees that if Jon Jones gets convicted, that he's going to pardon him. And I have seen some comments of people being like, well, actually, I watch MSNBC and Fox, and I happen to know that you can only pardon someone if it's this type of crime. Bunch of nerds, homie. Anyway, we have a president. We have a president who is building a UFC Apex on his lawn. We have a president of the United States that is building a UFC Apex on his lawn. Do you think he cares? Do you think he cares what type of crime it is? We're going full-blown dictator. We're taking over. If it means that we could get Jon Jones versus Aspinall, I'm here for it. Throw that Patriot Act at me. You can read all my text messages. Take all my freedom away. If we get Jon Jones versus Aspinall, take it. You want my social security number? I'll call my mom right now and ask her what it is so I could give it to you. I don't even care. It has to be a federal crime. And this video was sponsored by my Patreon with new videos every weekday. For reals. So Jon Jones gets pardoned. And it made me laugh. There's all these fools like Conor McGregor saying that he wants to be in it. He tells Donald Trump and then he posts, and I don't know if it was AI. The one with him and Chandler was AI. But Conor McGregor uploads this photo of him and Donald Trump like in the Oval Office smiling together. And he's like, I'm in. So we got Jon Jones fighting in the midst of legal troubles. We got Conor McGregor wanting to fight in the midst of legal troubles. Well, for both of these individuals, that's kind of redundant because they're always perpetually in the midst of legal troubles. Conor McGregor came out the wound and they're like, show me your hands. He's like, what I do? Conor McGregor wants to fight. That fool's trying to get a pardon too. This fool's always out there throwing hands at civilians. He's trying to get himself a pardon too. He's trying to become the Irish president. It even said in the article that if he gets this fight, he's going to be doing this fight while he's the sitting Irish president. This is like what I've been asking for years. This is like what I started making videos about when Jake Paul started fighting. I was like, I love it. I'm here for it. I want to see Jake Paul fight Oprah. I want to see Jake Paul fight Joel Osteen. I want to see Jake Paul fight all the ladies on The View at the same time. I'm here for the freak show. We're going to have a coliseum basically where all these presidents are going to... Have you seen those reels and YouTube shorts where they show like these animals and these AI things of this is what the president of Russia would look like as an animal. This is what the president of this place would look like if he was a UFC fighter or whatever. Have you seen all those weird things? We're going to have that in real life. This is celebrity deathmatch. Whenever we have people that are about to go to war, it's like, hey, you don't need to send all these people. You don't need to spend all these resources. You don't need to try to pull the wool over our eyes. And hey, where'd the money go? Hey, you know what? Let's take that leader. Let's take that leader. Are you ready? That's all. That's how we have to do it. Old school. Old school. Oh, I would love to see Gavin Newsom in there with Donald Trump. Woo-hoo! Oh my gosh. I'm not going to get into Pacifics right now. They'll go to their corners to drink water. And then Donald Trump will be, all of a sudden you have water, huh? All of a sudden. Anyway, Conor McGregor is in the midst of legal troubles too. And he wants to go fight. He's trying to catch that pardon. And then it just came out this morning. Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev has a friend / associate / training partner who apparently just murdered some dude. And the dude that did it was also a fighter, but He's a fighter that we probably never even heard of or didn't even whatever. So maybe Islam Makhachev is going to come fight on his behalf, because maybe Donald Trump will be like, well, I could have that guy come fight, but nobody cares. That's not going to do nothing. I don't want to have a prelim. We're not going to have a prelim card at the White House. This is nothing but main event, homie. So it would make more sense that this dude is doing it. He's like his proxy. Islam Makhachev is going to come fight on his behalf against Ilia Tapuera. So we have Jon Jones versus Aspinall. Maybe after Aspinall's beat Gain or whatever. And then there's more nuance to it. Jones is going to tell Gain, oh, we got to come save your butts again, huh? Because that dude's from France and whatnot. We got to come save your butts. It's just perfect. It's a soap opera. We got Jones versus Aspinall taking back the colonies, taking their freedom from the British rule. We got Conor McGregor versus probably Michael Chandler. Because who else is he going to fight at this point? Let's just get a good rock'em sock'em. Let these dudes both go out on a high note. We got Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Tapuera. This is beautiful. And how the UFC, what's that song they come out to right now? Something takes a part of me. Isn't that the song they come out to right now? Da-na-na-na. And then now they're going to do that. Pardon me, while I burst into flame. But the whole song, they're going to have to do an edit. It's just, pardon me. I love it. We're going to have a UFC Apex on the White House property. Jon Jones, Aspinall, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, Islam Makhachev, Ilia Tapuera. And you can act like you don't like it all day. But maybe you're not going to throw your hard-earned money at it, because the people that have the attitudes to complain about something so beautiful probably aren't gainfully employed anyway. But you're going to be looking for those Reddit links. And I guarantee you, you're going to watch it. So, pardon me while I continue to speak nothing but truth to a gang of individuals that just don't want to listen. They don't want to listen.